Hey there, I'm Robert Woodhull from Woodhull, and today I'm going to be going over the IMC Ricoh series to make sure you guys have a good idea of what this machine's all about. Alright, then we're going to go over the display settings and make sure you kind of have an idea of how the machine's going to work. What's great about the Ricoh device is very user intuitive. It's going to give you not only pictures of the orientation or process, but also words to kind of help describe it. So you got your document feeder right here. That's going to hold 220 pages. Most of the machines you're looking at are going to be single pass, double-sided scanning. So what that means, it's going to see both sides one time through rather than cutting back and forth. On the off chance you get a misfeed, the machine again's intuitive and on the screen is going to walk you through that process of removing that misfeed. What's great about the Ricoh devices, it has a friction feed unit, so it pulls the strongest part of the paper to make sure it's less misfeeds. Of course, like most copiers, you got your glass. You're going to start always up in the upper left-hand corner, and that's going to go all the way up to 11 by 17. Trouble areas up here potentially. You got a lever, it's going to open up, give you better access into that machine to remove potential misfeeds. Nice wow factor. It's got a hinge unit for your books, binders, anything thick. You're going to put your hand in the back, pivot off of it, and it's going to give you a better quality scan. Lift up, goes back in its cradle. Over here on the right hand side is where all our paper's fed through. You got the bypass tray. That's going to take care of your labels, your cardstocks, your envelopes, your specialty paper. It's going to handle it a lot better. Potential misfeed area over here on the right opens up nice and wide. Once you look in there, you'll see that there's some blue tabs. I know it's corny, but we like to say blue is for you. There's also even red LED lights that light up to give you a better idea of where that paper is misfed in the path. Toner right here in the center of the device. They're all key coded, so you can't put the wrong toner in the wrong area. And then depending on the configuration, you have your trays below. Top one is 8.5 by 11. Second tray goes all the way up to 12 by 18. Over here is your finisher unit, which you'll probably have on some of your machines as well. Again, we see the blue is for you. These are a couple rollers that are going to help better feed that paper out in case it does get stuck. And then the S, the green, is for staples, and that's where you're going to put your staple cartridge when you run out of those as well. Going to pull out, pull down, and then your staples are right here. Often the way we configure the machines for setup is that you get faxes down here, prints over here, and copies over here as well, depending on the finishing option. So each tray we can designate for a different output based on the job. All right, now that we went over the general aspects of the machine, we're going to jump into the smart operation panel. So what's great about it, it's very intuitive. It's based on an Android platform. But you got a 10.5 inch touchscreen panel, and your functions are right there on the home screen. So your copies, your scans, your fax options, and even ability to release prints and to scan and print from SD cards and USB devices. So again, I'm going to touch the copy screen, and then all of my functions come up right there at my fingertips, from my single-sided to double-sided, my duplex to duplex, the number and quantity. We always default it to black and white. We also default it to auto paper select. So if I'm scanning or copying my 11 by 17, it's automatically going to pull from that 11 by 17 tray. What's great about this as well, if I choose a staple, whatever function, up here in the upper right hand corner, it's going to give me a sample of what that image or copy is going to come out like. Reset's our best friend because it always allows us to reset the device and get it back to the defaults that it starts at. someone might be yelling at me, hey Robert, I get distracted, I forget what I select. Reset's gonna get me back there and I'll start from scratch. We go home every time we need to get to a new function. And then we have our scanner, which an address book will be pre-populated in there based on you guys supplying us your company address book, scan list, and folder list based on the IT information. Every scan's defaulted to color because it doesn't use any supplies. It just takes a color image. And then we have some settings over on the side that allow you to choose double-sided, give it a file name, etc. Again, pretty easy, but what we're gonna do is supply you how-to videos, tutorial PDFs, as well as training to make sure that all this stuff is quite easy for your end users. Last little thing, print to scan from a memory or storage device. So you got a USB unit over on the left-hand side. You're gonna plug that in and you basically just choose and it walks you through those operations. So again, very intuitive, very friendly. Well, I appreciate you guys sitting through this video. I appreciate the opportunity to give you guys the demo and to give Woodhull the opportunity to win your business. If there's anything you need, please feel free to reach out to me, Scott Justice or Stan Dick, and we'll get you the right answers. Thank you.